Alright, so here we also use this box for our family home evening box. I mentioned for family history thing, and there's objects we pull out of it to remember our grandparents. But it's also my go-to family home evening resource box. It's got tons of stuff in it. So, sorry, my kids are grabbing it. So here, Nellie, you can have these. We're making finger puppets for each of the Book of Mormon characters. So those are mostly Nephi characters, and then there's a Jesus character and a centurion and stuff. Yeah. Or Captain Moroni, maybe. Anyway, so we made some finger puppets, but you don't need to do that. But that's just one thing we wanted to try. We have pictures of all the apostles. This I will get more into my laminating awesomeness mode. This is just temporary because I just made it. And they learned a song. It has one thing about them, like someone did heart surgeries. So we made a heart, and it's a concentration game, and then a attorney, right there, Elder Cook, the attorney. So we did a mallet, or whatever, gavel. So that's fun if we're just like, hey, let's just remember the apostles this week. We got a go-to there. Tons of go-tos. For certain songs, this is the song, When He Comes Again. I wonder when he comes again. It's a little coloring book. If we're working on that song, you can do song... picture help, visual helps, right, aids right here. Okay, Ethan wants to play with that one. This is the Living Christ in outlined in pictures so that we can easily memorize as a family. So when we work on that, we have visual cues to the next lines. And then eventually, once we get that down, we'll still have this in here. We can refresh and remember. So I did it for the Living Christ using some, I think it was the Redheaded Hostess website or whatever. She has the Living Christ on there that you can print and laminate. She also has the Family Proclamation, which is awesome. So I did that one. So we can memorize that, and they have numbers on it, so you can keep them in order too. You can take them apart and make a memory game. You can pull off just the first few and just work on the first few. Super awesome for memory. Again, go to family home evening ideas. This one's super helpful. It's the Book of Mormon game. There's also the Mormon character cards you can get. This one has different characters, but this one you can actually play Go Fish. And they have different parts in the Book of Mormon that they wrote. And this one I had when I was growing up, so I swiped that for my family, for my parents. Although I did get the author one. Somebody swiped that one before me. Anyway, I have this box of miracles. Oh yeah, so what was good about the Book of Mormon characters, you can just play Go Fish, or you can pull out one of them and be like, oh, we're going to talk about, so let's see. Let's just use the example on the back. We're going to talk about, sorry, visualizing Mormon. Okay, what did Mormon do? And it has different parts on there, and there's actually chapters too, so you can recall the story of Mormon or act it out or blah blah blah. I also found this dollar store set of Bible heroes, so we'll read about the Bible hero and they have to guess who it is. And then another dollar store purchase Bible trivia. And there's, on what day of creation did God create man and woman? So those are just some fun go-tos. Nellie swiped something I need to grab real quick. I found this cool Family Proclamation game. It's a trivia game, and it's like Cranium, but for the Family Proclamation. And so we have these cards here. So let's see. This one says, play God the Father. So there's different categories: worship and church, ordinance. So this one's Pictionary. There's charades, Pictionary. There's alphabet, and so they pull out different principles for the different letters of different principles in the proclamation. True or false questions. Yellow is I don't know, I can't remember all of them. I have to see. Nurture. There's fill in the blanks. So this is fun. We haven't played it yet because my kids aren't quite old enough. So it's just waiting in the rubber band, waiting to play. I also have the 13 Articles of Faith with just a simple picture and then the Article of Faith on the back. So they look at that symbol and they know that that stands for the first Article of Faith. That symbol stands for the second Article of Faith. And we can learn the Articles of Faith. Go to And then this, I made up this. This was fun. They're my family home evening dice, and you roll them. And so this one says learn. And so we choose to learn something about, and then you roll. And this has the different scriptures, New Testament, Old Testament. Learn something about the New Testament. And so then I have some files, and we can learn about it. Or there's a read, learn. You can act out something. That's fun. You can create something. So normally we get out some crayons and paper and draw or cut out something, or use the Ensign or friend to cut out pictures and stuff. You can play, and we have like the Go Fish and some other games. You can, where's the other one? There's one more. Wilds, you get to pick. So play, we have this game, we have those games. We have another board game. We have a couple church games like Guess Who, Book of Mormon, Guess Who. And so when you role play, these all have options that I already have on another shelf, which I should show that shelf too. Anyway, I could go on and on. But so these are the fun things we can go. Oh yeah, the last thing. I have a miracles one and a parables, but parables I'm not doing yet with my kids. I want to do that when they're a little older. But miracles, I made a symbol for each miracle that it talks about, and on the back it says what it is. So you change water to wine, and it says the reference. So we can just pick the miracle, read the reference, and remember it. Or I can just show the visual and say, what's this one? And they can recall the miracle in the story. So these are super helpful, and a way for them to memorize all the miracles so that they are empowered with faith to know that God can do all these things. Anyway, super cool. And the parable one, I'm still working on actually, which is why I don't have that out. So that's our family home evening box with all these cool things.